Hello, my name is Marianne Burnett, and I'm fortunate enough today to be asked to briefly discuss my experiences at Stephen F. Austin State University, most importantly in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. I will briefly give you a little bit of background on myself. I did my undergraduate studies at Stephen F. Austin State University after transferring there the spring of 2011. I was a biochemistry major with every intention of going to medical school post-grad. However, after taking a biochemistry class with Dr. Michelle Harris, I knew immediately that I wanted to continue doing research. This led me to my graduate career, which took me to Texas Christian University. Now, while at Texas Christian University, I shifted my focus from biochemistry to inorganic chemistry, where I could really focus on that intersection between chemistry and medicine. While there, I was responsible for teaching the general chemistry, biochemistry, and inorganic chemistry classes, and completed my PhD in 2018. From there, I did a postdoctoral fellowship at Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in the Department of Radiology. There, I spent almost 2 years studying nanomedicine and was able to, again, continue doing that type of research, which really focuses on that intersection between medicine and chemistry, focusing on imaging agents used in chemistry. And this brings us to today, where I currently work at the United States Naval Academy as an instructor of practical applications in the chemistry department. My role in the chemistry department is to ensure that we prepare and execute all of the plebe labs accordingly. Now, plebes are our first year students, and we have over 1,200 students who come through our department to take general chemistry. And so my job is just to really make sure that we get everything done we need to in order to have a successful lab semester, or year in this case. And I'm fortunate enough that I get to work in a team of over 40 plus faculty to help make that happen. Now, I 100% believe that Stephen F. Austin was responsible and provided me that strong foundation for the journey ahead. And that all began with the comprehensive course offerings. So as a biochemistry major, you're taking more than just chemistry classes. You are taking biology classes as well as those chemistry classes. And as a result, you're spending almost every day in the laboratory or every day in a classroom setting, which could be really intimidating, except that the focus of the department is really to ensure that you are learning to your full potential. And they're able to do that by offering such small class sizes. So you're never really in a put in a position where you don't immediately know your professor and your professor doesn't know you. And again, this is reflected in the department and the university itself because it's truly teaching focused. We see this again with the hands-on laboratory experience. So you are never not provided the opportunity to do something hands-on in the laboratory, whether again, that's chemistry or outside of that. And I think that really gives you an edge compared to a lot of your, I'll say colleagues. So like when graduate school came along, like I felt like I was leagues ahead because I had already had that hands-on experience. Some of my fellow graduate students didn't have. The department in itself is research driven. So every student is required to do some type of research in their last 2 years at SFA. And this really allows students to develop those critical thinking skills needed for science in itself, but really for being a successful human outside of science. And finally, scientific communication. So especially now, we realize the importance of communicating our science. Scientific progress is really dependent on it. So if you cannot communicate to your colleagues or more importantly, your community, you won't see or have that scientific progress. And that's something that's really emphasized through the classroom and the research in the program at Stephen F. Austin. So all of these things combined really allow Stephen F. Austin to prepare these future scientific leaders, whether that leads you to industry, academia, or a government type position. And all in all, SFA and the community and Nacogdoches are really one of the most welcoming groups. So being at SFA and in the community, you're able to do like the Night Flag Parade. There's always stuff going on with homecoming, going to football games, Battle of the Piney Woods. Really, it's an environment that you just thrive in, you want to be a part of. And I gained a lot of the friendships that will last a lifetime. And if I had to choose a SFA again for undergraduate, I would choose it over and over again. Thank you, and accent.